So, hello everybody, and welcome to my tutorial on how to speedrun Space Funeral 1. This is a fairly short speedrun, and so it's pretty easy to get the grasp on. This is just beginner's route, I guess. So let's go ahead and get into it. You're gonna want to select the first blood option, because that's the new. This one is load, and this one is exit, so don't do any of those. I also have my inputs on screen, just in case. One more thing that I want to mention before we start is that you're going to be using Z and X. X is your menu button and like cancel button, and essentially X is your B and Z is A. So keep that in mind. You press X to open the menu and you press Z to interact and everything like that. So let's begin. Timing starts when you select the first blood. So go over here and collect the 25 rubles because you will need that later. Go into this tile right here. Do not go into this one because that will waste time. And press Z. To exit the village, you go through that. You're going to want to avoid all the enemies over here. And right here is where most runs end. Luckily, it's only like 12 seconds into the run. So you're going to want to select auto. Ideally, you would get a two-turn fight where both Philip and Leghorse get critical hits on each of the blood dogs. But a 3-hit fight works just as well, maybe a 4-hit if you're just beginning. You're going to want to hope that they don't give you antidotes because that wastes time. Head over here. There's a tricky enemy over here, that shark thing, which can be kind of hard to avoid. This blood dog can be kind of tricky too. You're not supposed to run into that. Do not do what I did. If you ever do get into fights, I don't recommend doing this early in a run, but like later on, you can run away. You don't usually get away easily though, so once again, it can be kind of tricky. You'll also notice that I don't have any sound effects. That's actually a problem with my computer, so I apologize for that. There's only music. Philip survived with only 8 HP. Well, hopefully you didn't take a beating like I did. This is just a tutorial. You have to press Z on that exit there too. If you ever like take too much damage, you can always heal up here. But again, it's not. You might as well reset at that point. So go over here. Good grief, yeah. Buy boat ticket 1. You press. Okay, so you press. Oh, sorry. Apologies. I just sneezed. Okay, I'm sorry. So, here's what you're gonna do. Z, Z, Z. You press Z twice for the boat ticket. Scroll down 1, 2, 3, 4. Z, Z. And then X, X. That's how you do that menuing. Head over here. And head directly left to talk to Leghorse. He'll talk for a little bit, so you can mash whatever buttons you want. Space, Enter, and Z are usually what I mash. And as soon as that screen turns fully black, that is when you split. I will put these splits in the description of this video in case you want to use these, but you can just use your own if you want. Blood Cavern has some pretty simple movement. What I always did is I looked at... oh, I can't go back, can I? Okay. Well, that's wonderful. There's a certain little tile with a little circle in it that I usually use for reference for when I want to go down. Anyways. Wizard Grum is ready to see you. You head over here. So you're going to want to press yes, no, and then mash Z for the rest of the time. And then go to this tile. If you go to the one next to it, Leghorse will walk more and it'll waste more time. So keep that in mind. So this fight is why you bought the old movie. Because the old movie kills this boss instantly. Easy as that. And then, as soon as you hit that tile, you can exit. Or you can split. Malice has some interesting movement, but there's not much to it. Keep in mind that you can walk behind some of these buildings. I always hated this part of the run because of the pigs in town that can get in your way. So you're going to want to go here, buy 2 of these, and you're going to want to scroll to the left instead of buying 2 just separately. You want to make sure that you do this because it wastes time if you don't. And then you're going to want to buy 2 magic eye pictures. The second magic eye picture is pretty much just a crutch for something later in the run. But if you if you're going for serious runs, I guess don't buy the second one. Keep in mind you can walk behind that tree. I did not know that when I first started running this game. Make sure you're not going for like zigzaggy movements. Make sure you're always going in a straight line. You have to press Z for that exit or that entrance too, by the way. So, this boat over here, use it. Pretty much every door in this game, you have to press Z to enter, I believe. So always keep that in mind. So this is why you bought the 2 Bibles, because of this boss. You're not going to want to auto this fight. If you do this menuing quick enough, I believe you can beat the whole... I believe you can beat Rip the Blood without him ever attacking, so... This part, just want to mash through all of this text. Until, here, you want to select Power. And then you'll get turned into a fish. So as soon as it fades from black, go into your menu with X, go to Equip, select Philip, and then equip the Zorg Cannon. This is important for the final boss, so you can actually do the strat for it. Head over here, and split as soon as you walk through that entrance. Okay. So the Mystery Forest is a pretty short area in comparison to the other 2 that we've done. Even shorter than Blood Cavern. There's nothing really important here. You don't fight many enemies except for one later on. These like skeleton dudes though can be pretty tricky with their movement, so keep on your toes, I guess. Master all this text. I usually match, whenever I'm mashing text, I use Z and Enter, since I can use both hands for that, without moving my hands away from the arrow keys. So you're going to want to use the Magic Eye Picture on Dag, and he'll go down instantly. Easy as that. And then split as soon as you close that text box. This part is kind of tricky with how cramped the space is with this frog, so make sure you maneuver around him. And this is why you buy the second Magic Eye Picture. He can sometimes move out of the way and you can skip your way past him. It's very rare though, so unless you're going for like serious world record attempts, I don't recommend skipping the second Magic Eye Picture. So just buy that, use it, easy as that. This frog is a little bit tricky sometimes. Northern Waste has some very cramped spaces. And they put frogs there. So you have to outsmart this Moan Beast over here by walking over there and then walking back around, and you'll be able to skip him. It does take like 20 to 30 seconds, or no, not that long. I would say like maybe 12 seconds at most. Head down here and talk to Outcast of Bones. And then as soon as that text box finishes, split. So for this one, you need to go to the middle and check this. If you're not low on health, that isn't a problem, but it's recommended that you always get that, no matter what. Just gonna master this text here. Okay, this is a pretty tricky fight. So it's like fill up, go to skills, do blood rage until it works. And if it does, go to auto and you'll be good for the rest of the fight. As you can see, it does a lot of damage in that state. Easy. That was a really good moon fight. And then right here, as soon as that text box finishes, you want to split. And that's how you speedrun this game. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll try to answer them. But for now, hopefully this tutorial helps if you wanted to learn this game. It's a neat run, and I hope that more people run it, because it was my first speed game, so yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy your time in Space Funeral.